Okay. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Joe from Black Male Talk, also known as Brothers Amongst Men. I'm here with an amazing, beautiful woman who was here for the founding of BMT. Actually, she was our consultant. She's one of the original founders. She helped us build the foundation towards BMT that it is today. So the network and everything that we have going on, a lot of our analytics and a lot of our stuff, how we do and chart around, y'all want to thank her. Ms. Marvina Case. She came through. She did a lot of shows, and she's actually shown us the way on how to do a lot of things. So I had to grab her. There's a lot of shows that we were meaning to get together, get back together and do. I told you, I'm grabbing a lot of the founders. I know they're off doing different stuff, but I definitely wanted to grab them for like different things. But this right here is very important to me, as well as important to her, and it should be important to you. So much so that we need to start taking notice. Topic for today is, why is the abortion law passed in New York the sign of genocide? I got to ask that question. Now, however you feel about it, it's up to you. But I would have to start it off with Marvina, and I'm going to get the mic to her. Am I overshooting this with that kind of statement, or is that correct?
That's 100% correct. Basically, what we are now, the black mother is the head of the Ku Klux Klan. The
Wow.
black mother who aborts her child is the head of the Ku Klux Klan. You are now the Grand Wizard because there are more babies, black baby girls. I want to specify. Someone stated that women. No, I'm for women. I am the most pro-woman that you can be because I want to see black baby girls live and not be murdered by their black mothers. So you need to understand what's going on. In New York, there are more babies, black female baby girls, being aborted than are born. We are committing genocide. The Ku Klux Klan does not have anything on the black mother. You
Wow.
really think about that. Guns, nothing on the black mother. Disease, nothing on the black mother. Gang violence, nothing on the black mother. We are killing ourselves. It's self-hatred, it's genocide, and it's disgusting, and we need to hold ourselves accountable for it and say no. Because if we don't respect ourselves, no one else is going to respect us. How can you tell a black man to respect you when you don't respect your body nor the life that's growing inside of it? Why would he want you? You
Wow.
don't even like you. That's what it says. I am nothing. I am so expendable that even in my most innocent state, I'm willing to throw myself away. Think about it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Um, I would honestly want to tell y'all, and I bring this up time and time again. Um, I bring this up time and time again, especially for that of the black community. Um, Nobody kills us better than us.
Sadly.
We can talk about the racist cop, the government, uh, pills and different. Nothing kills a off us better than us. Abortion. Mainly, I'm not gonna lie, and this is from a black woman. She said out of her mouth, these abortion clinics are getting. We got the highest death toll. So when you talk about these thugs, understand this: these thugs ain't doing as much killing as a lot of black women. And if a lot of you black women do not like what I'm saying, I would challenge you. Go look up the statistics. Birth control is free. And if you don't agree with birth control, don't have sex. But then see me saying don't have sex, that's a slight to a lot of y'all. But y'all gonna say, well, you can't tell me what to do with my body.
Respect it. I just told you what to do. Respect your body. Make other people respect your body. Just because you can have sex with everyone doesn't mean you need to. You know, there's this whole thing about equality and women being able to do what men should do, why don't we hold our men to a higher standard? Instead of lowering our standards and being promiscuous and sluts and getting ahead on our backs, why don't we hold our men to a higher standard so that they will hold us up on a pedestal like it states in the Bible, like the queens that we are? Because you see, no one wants something that everyone else can have. It loses its value.
Oh, wow. Talk about it.
I said it is true. You can be the ugliest woman in the room, but if you walk in there and you hold yourself to a higher standard and you look like you value you, people will notice you and will want you because they think they can't have you. Everyone wants what they think they can't have. Nobody wants what's available on the dollar menu. Okay? Because that's pretty much what you are. When you let everyone have you, you are the dollar menu at Taco Bell or McDonald's. Nobody wants that. That's not something that people strive to get or bring home. That's an emergency. That's I needed a little fix. That's not who you take home to mama. That's not who you want being the mother of your children.
I agree.
So just remember that. Hold yourself to the value that you are. And other people will too. And even if you've been extremely wild and promiscuous and you have a reputation, you can change. You can start to respect yourself, and people will notice that. And I'm not saying you have to be a virgin. I'm not going to tell you what you should and should not do with your body, but I will tell you this, that if you respect yourself, other people will respect you. And if you hold yourself to a higher standard, you will start holding other people to a higher standard, and our society will change, and you will see less out-of-wedlock babies. You will see no need for abortion. You will see the black family strengthen again. And we will take our rightful spot where we should be, on the top.
I want you guys, I want y'all to understand this. I want you to really understand this very strongly. At one time, you had to fight and beat and kick and almost kill a man or a woman for them to give up their child. You had to fight really hard. And I want to tell you right now, it's our numbers are dwindling. I don't care how much they try to put it on there. They show the hoods and all that stuff with a bunch of babies running around. Listen, that baby that may be in that little impoverished area still has a chance to get to the top. I.e., you see football players, actors, actresses, doctors. We have people in Congress who have come from bad areas. We have had people who have in society that have come from lower impoverished areas and have done great things. So when I hear people say that life does not have any insignificant, that has no type of value, I would say, how do you judge Steve Hawkins, Albert Einstein? Actually, most of the men and women that have benefited and actually changed society were not the most probable statistic person you would want to pick to lead the line. They weren't.
Was a carpenter. Think about who he hung out with. Think about who he chose to spread his work. Pimps, thieves, tax collectors, the lowest of the low. God can work through anyone, and typically those that are successful who really do change the world had some type of affliction because it made them strive to be better, to do something different because they didn't have everything handed to them. So every life has value, and everyone deserves a chance at life no matter how poor the quality is, because I can tell you that life is better than no life at all.
Now, the question that I want to hit y'all guys with is this, and mainly towards women. I'm going to hit it towards the women. 3 out of 4 birds are going to be a woman. Believe it or not. There are more women on the planet than there are men. Okay? I just want you to think about this. This is not none. I'm guessing this is a fact. This is a fact. There are more females to males. Why you think back in the day a man could have more than one wife? Because they understood that there were more women than there were men. But the thing about it is, I find it very contradictory, especially for a feminist, that y'all would allow for abortion. I want you to understand the ludicrousy of your argument, of your argument, that where it's so flawed that
you're trying to use logic.
That's the craziness. 3 out of 4 births is a woman, but you willingly sign something that will telling you to kill young women. Y'all say rape culture.
Sober is chauvinistic.
But that makes no sense, Mark. That makes no sense, Marvina. They complain about rape culture. You complain about unfair advantage. You complain about bias, but then you'll sign a paperwork that openly says, guess what? I don't like this woman, or I don't like this child. This is an inconvenience to me. So I'm going to kill it. I'm going to kill it. Mind you, the fallacy, the thing I don't understand is this. You shoot a woman that's pregnant, you get charged for a double murder.
Yep.
How the hell do you get charged for a double murder if y'all saying y'all don't view that as a life?
You're trying to use logic. They don't want logic. They don't want logic. They don't like the truth, because the truth is that anyone who supports abortion is a male chauvinist pig or female chauvinist pig, because it kills women more than anything. And it says women don't matter. And that, to me, is the definition of self-hate and being against women. Feminists, the real feminists, want to save lives. They respect their children. They know the value of their bodies. They understand that we give life. Women give life. We bring light into the world. That is a gift from God, and it should never be destroyed. Never.
I'm gonna actually pull up these articles. I want to pull up the articles because you already know I don't want y'all to think that we're just coming at y'all critical. And of course, anybody who's coming in the chat, shout out to y'all for coming in the chat. Please like the video, share the video, get the message out. I told you, I'm grabbing a lot of the OGs of BMT. Because like I said, Marvina's one of the cutthroats. Marvina's one of the cutthroats, and it's crazy because she gets harassed a lot because of how her mindset. Mind y'all, black men, this is the type of woman that y'all want. You want a woman who's strong-minded, financially established, and she's for your family. She's for building up a family. She's very successful. She's very beautiful. Beautiful children, beautiful home. She's well-traveled. She's adopted children, opened up an orphanage. She's made a substantial amount of money in her life. She came from a very harsh background, and she still overcame. I want to read this to y'all. This is from Newsday. You can always check out the links. It's always in the description below. Here's what to know about New York's expanded abortion law. Mind you, I find it very interesting that a black woman is happy about this when more black women are aborted than anybody on the planet. I find it very interesting that black women are happy about abortion, or this woman is smiling when your brand, gender, ethnic group is hacked off, sold off, cut up, and sold for parts. Yes, if you want to know, those baby parts do not just get thrown away. They get sold. So what you're telling me, black woman, is you are in the new black market slavery business. Yeah. This is not something I'm making up. This is something you can go look up and research. Where do you think stem cell research comes from? Stem cell research. Where do you think they're getting the stem cells that cost a lot of money? I'm gonna let some of y'all know this right now. Y'all cannot afford some of these parts. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Y'all bitching about a government shutdown, please shut the hell up. This is realistic. Very real. But let's get down to reproductive justice, no time to wait. Albany, New York State legislators overwhelmingly approved a new abortion law on Tuesday, the anniversary of the landmark Roe versus Wade U.S. Supreme Court decision. Wow. And Governor Andrew M. Cuomo signed it into law. We always taking L's. Here are some key things to know about the legislation. Though abortion already is legal in New York, the bill does not change state law. Supporters say the bill primarily codifies abortion rights and provides under Roe versus Wade 1973. In doing so, the bill would go further than abortion rights laws on the books in New York, which was adopted 3 years earlier. A primary change in 2019 law permit for a late-term abortion to preserve the health of the mother. Supporters say this conforms with Roe versus Wade. Opponents say it wrongly expands access to late-term abortion. Now I'm gonna stop right there. Rivers, what do you say about that? About the Roe versus Wade? Why is that such an important thing for us to know about?
Well, you need to understand that even the woman who the law was created for does not support abortion anymore. She understands what it's done to culture. She understands what it's done to American society and how we no longer value. As a woman, as a human, if we don't respect the most innocent form of life, we can't respect anything else, which is why you see school shootings, which is why you see all this murder, which is why you see people shooting their neighbors over loud music. You see students being stabbed just today in Austin, Texas. We don't value life. If you don't value the most innocent form of life, you're not going to value any life. And not to mention, let's not even, well, no, we should talk about this. Because all these feminists say they want equality. They want to be equal to men. But that's not true. Because if feminists, today's feminists, I need to clarify that because real feminists would never want this. But today's feminists say they want to be equal to men. Well, if they want to be equal to men, then the man should have 50% say-so in whether or not the child lives, one. Two, if the woman decides she wants to carry the child and the man decides he doesn't, he should not be financially responsible for that child since he doesn't get to say whether or not the child lives today. Equality is having a 50-50 say-so. And if the man says he wants his child because the woman willingly laid down with him and made that baby, she should be required by law to have that child and hand that child over to the man. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, that's not equality. That is special rights for women. So basically you're saying you want to be better than men and you deserve more than men. And that's not equality. Equality is equal, 50-50, responsibility, 50-50 decision. And if you don't like that, then don't sleep with the person and have a child with them. Because you can't expect a man to pay for something that he doesn't have a choice whether or not to be around or whether or not to have. That's equality. So if you call yourself a feminist and you want equality, learn what the word means. It's not special rights for women. Equality is equal decisions and equal responsibility.
Now,
how do you feel about that as a man? I would like to know. I mean, do you think that you deserve a right to your offspring since it's 50% of you, or do you think that it's all a woman's decision because she's carrying it? Because I know when I check into a hotel, the hotel owner cannot decide to kill me just because I'm living in his building.
I want to say this, and I'm glad I'm gonna share with you something. You know, because I want y'all to hopefully y'all learn from mine. At the time before I had my family, I was gonna have a child, and I would not disclose the woman's name, but we were going to have a child. I went to Job Corps and I was busting my behind to get pick up a trade. I was going to go into plumbing. I was going to go. I didn't want to be out there in the streets and doing foolishness. I wanted to actually get a skilled job. I even put aside some money. I had at least about for myself. I had at least about $1,100 set aside. I felt that if I stayed with the plan that I wrote out for myself on the Greyhound bus, by the time I finished my trade, which was going to be in like at least about a good 4 to 5 more months, that was going to be before the baby was born. I would at least have aside at least about $3,600. The apartment that I was looking at, the guy talked to me about it. This back then, apartments were cheap to rent. Was about $400. So I would already be ahead of the Powerball, finishing up my trade. I already had a job set aside for me. The guy said when I get out, I would have a job. He'll take me under his wing as a journeyman. I'll make good money, at least a good $15 to $20 an hour. I came back home, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take her to the clinic. I already asked my mom for the car, and I called her. She answered the phone. Called her again. She answered the phone. Her cousin saw me. Oh, snap, Joe! I didn't know you was in town. I said, yeah. You ain't gonna listen. Don't get mad. She had, I'll tell her to come meet you. I'm saying we met at our spot. We met at a spot at the bridge. That's usually when we go down to the bridge, up to the bridge, sit down and drink and smoke or whatever. But I was just there to see her. You know what I'm saying? She got out of the car. Her cousin and her friend were there, and they were just sitting there. But something just felt different. Something just felt very off about the ambience of that meeting. She was walking up to me with a shoebox. And she said, I love you very much, but I can't ride with you. And I said, okay, all right. So you break it up with me. Because I'm not in the streets like that. She said, I need to be taken care of. Mind you, I had a whole plan set aside that I was going to, I even talked to my granddaddy, the bishop. I was going to marry this girl. I was going to do everything right to secure this child and her to make sure that they were squared away. She put the shoebox in my hand. And before I could open it, she put her hand on me. She said, I can't do this. She stepped back and ran to the car. Got in the car. In that shoebox was my child. I cried right there. A lot of y'all don't know what it's like to hold your dead child in a shoebox. The shame, the anger, the rage. I will tell you right now, every ounce of hate, I wanted to kill that bitch. And I do not care how y'all feel about it, every ounce of me, but I felt like I was cheated and my child was cheated. She got a backdoor abortion. She got an abortion. She could have just gave me my kid. She would have just gave me my kid. I wouldn't give a fuck. I would have just had my kid. A lot of men who get their child don't even go after the mother. A lot of men who get their kid, they don't even bother with the mother. They say, well, fuck it. You can go look up the statistics for that. True. Men don't go to the court going for abortion, going for goddamn custody and all that shit. They just want their kid. Like, yo, give me my kid. Fuck it. We'll make it somehow. I held my child. I buried my child by myself. I laid there and slept by my child's grave for most of that day, crying and drinking and spitting up all over myself. and grief. I learned that day that I would never call the black woman a god. But if that's God, then I must be in hell right now. I would never call y'all queen. Y'all can kiss my ass for that shit. Because if that was a queen, what queen would kill her own people? You don't know what it's like to have to. I'm telling y'all, it is one of the most disgusting, excuse me. It is one of the most horrid feelings to hold your child that is unborn in your hand, knowing that somebody severed their neck and their leg to pull them out in a shoebox. Every other year, I would go by my child's unmarked grave. So when y'all say, Joe, what do you have against abortion? I will say that's my beef. Because a lot of men don't even get the knowledge to even know. They have no right, but it's not their body. If you don't want the child, give it to an adoption. I want you to understand this. It costs nothing to give a child to the fire department. They will take the child. No questions asked. No questions asked. You can take the child right there, knock on the firehouse door, put the child right there. They still do that. Am I correct? Am I correct about that, Marvina?
That is 100% correct. You can just drop the child off, no strings attached. You will not be prosecuted. No reason to kill your child. There are people who adopt outside of this country because they can't get babies. There are couples. You don't want your child raised in the hood? There are well-to-do couples of every ethnic background that will take your child and will raise your child and give them the life that you never had. Adoption is the only ethical and moral choice that can be made. Murder is not a choice. It is exactly what it is and what it sounds, murder. Drop your child off. You don't want it? My number is 512-501-0252. I'll take your child and I'll raise your child. And I mean that because there's no reason to kill a child. And I love my people. And I'm disgusted daily when I hear a black woman say, it's my right, it's my body. No, if it was your body, child, you would be the one dead. It's a completely separate being. It's not you. You are just a hotel. That is all a woman is. She's a hotel. The baby's checked in there for 9.5 months, and then it checks out. You are not that person. You do not get to kill another person. And I want to say something because you need to understand this. If you've never had an abortion and you're contemplating having one, if you've never killed someone, I have. I killed somebody. I killed the man that raped me. And do you know what my first thought every morning is? I killed somebody.
Yeah.
Do you know what my last thought every night is? I killed somebody. And what I did was in self-defense. And I still feel the pain of that because I ended someone. Someone's legacy died because I ended them. And that's somebody that was hurting me. So how can you look in the mirror knowing you killed yourself? A piece of you, a piece of your mother, your grandmother, and the person that you supposedly cared enough to let inside your body. Them and their legacy too.
No.
I don't get it. And I hope I never do. And if you believe in abortion and you're pro-choice, I urge you to that Josiah's page or my page and watch the video of a late abortion. And if you can look me straight in the face and tell them you're still a ounce of dignity or a heart, it's sick. It's twisted. It's inhumane.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't understand how someone can say I'm pro-black and believe in abortion. Someone can say and believe in abortion. I don't know how you could call yourself a man and believe in abortion. And no, you cannot call yourself a female because females, would not kill other females. We want to see ourselves do well, and we value each other. We don't kill each other. This entitled sickness of everything's about me, it's all about me, it has to stop because look what it's doing to society. You didn't see this 40, 50 years ago. People did something wrong to you. You got in a fight at school. You duked it out after school. You didn't go in there and shoot up the school. You didn't stab people. We don't value life. When you don't value life, you don't value anything. You got it all wrong thinking that this is empowerment. This is enslavement. You know what? We went from the plantation to the project, from lynching on trees by the KKK to lynching with the umbilical cord in our own bodies. We are the Grand Wizards of the Ku Klux Klan. They are winning. Because the majority of babies being killed look just like me. Think about that. We are killing ourselves. I put something on my page and it got flagged because it was too true. Black man in a KKK outfit, and it said, and the fools did it to themselves. Because that is exactly what we did. We have killed ourselves. We are committing self-genocide, and it's disgusting.
I'm going to pull out the statistics. I do apologize. I'm kind of just fixing myself up. I seen the mother of my would-be child, and they're gone. I don't harbor no hatred on her anymore. It's one of the things of being a man. You got to learn how to drive on. I have 4 beautiful children. Marvina's seen them.
Yeah.
And I'm very protective of them. I think that's why I pushed my body and I went through and served for my country and made a substantial amount of money where my children don't have to worry ever about me or, Melissa making that kind of choices. I'm glad they have a mother after God's own heart that will never put them in that type of predicament. I've seen a girl today, like a few months back. She was like, "Oh, Joe, you look nice. And, I've been thinking about you." And I said, "You didn't think nothing about me." I said, "What?" I said, "Do you even know our kid is buried? Do you know our child's name? Did you even name the child? I see you got 5 babies with a dude, with different dudes. Excuse me, scratch that. 7. 4 of them were taken away. 3 of them at our mama's house." But then she says, "I love you." I said, "I don't love you. I love our child. But I have no type of love for you." Let me go ahead and pull up. Honestly, I'm going to tell y'all right now. Who needs racism when you got abortion? I'm going to be for real. Who needs racism when you got abortion? I hope somebody hashtags that shit. The U.S. abortion statistics, facts and figures relating to the frequency of abortion in the United States. Primarily nationwide abortion statistics for the United States government are available from two sources, privately from the Gutter Match Institute and publicly for the Center of Disease and Control. So if y'all don't trust them, come straight from the CDC. Why does the CDC keep track of all this stuff? Because I want you to know this. Every time you get an abortion, you put your life at risk. Women. Okay? Men, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're dealing with a woman who has a multiple abortion count, that means she has a lot of partners. A lot. A lot. That means you're going raw. You're running the risk of catching something very highly. Okay? This thing gets updated every 3 years. That's how many abortions that they have to catch. I hope you know they keep track of that for the ones that come through them. Annual abortion statistics based on the latest state level data available. Approximately 882,000 abortions took place in the United States in 2017. Down from approximately 885,000 abortions in 2016. Oh, it went down 1,000. Huh. Good job. And also at 2015, it was at 913,000. Now, I want you to understand this. Let me tell you why that number is so bad. Black women, you're the highest percent in that number. You are. You're first place. And I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all little black boys why this is a big concern to y'all. In 2014, the highest percentage of abortions were in the District of Columbia, 38%. Wow, New York is 33%. What do you know? Just like Marvina was saying. New Jersey, 30%. Lowest percentage of pregnancies aborted in Utah, South Dakota, and Wyoming is like 2%. Okay, that's crazy that we're not up there. Who has abortions? Unmarried women accounted for 86%. Well, that's crazy because the black community, at least about over 70% of y'all are born out of wedlock. Among married women, 4% of pregnancies currently end in abortion. Among unmarried women, 27% of pregnancies end in abortion. Women in their 20s accounted for the majority. Women in their 20s. Adolescents under 15 obtained 0.03%. So when y'all be trying to push out that rape, the rape one, I be trying to hit y'all up with you. Listen, ain't no underage girls running to the rape clinic like y'all think that they're doing. But there's a lot of y'all 20s and up that be doing it, living that wild lifestyle. Women age 15 to 19% accounted for less than 10%. Percentage of reported abortions by age of mothers. 15 to 19, 20, 25 to 29, 30 to 34. So right between this gap is the highest, right between here. Between the 20s and the 34s. Good luck. May the odds ever be in your favor, children. Marvina, are you there?
I am here. I'm just
okay. Just let me know. Let me know. But I definitely want you to see this part right here. Percentage of reason, victim of rape. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. When y'all come at people of religious backgrounds and say that, well, we're for. Listen, this is the very few instances where it's very rare that we look at the abortion. If the victim was raped at a very young age or at certain ages where it can cause health problems and different things. And even then, sometimes because it causes a lot of stress on young bodies. I had a classmate, 13 years old, walking with a nice little plump belly, like a watermelon inside of her. But back when I was going to school, they would take the pregnant female out of the school. You remember that, Marvina?
I do.
You did not walk around the school parading that you're pregnant. You did not. Your ass was, the guidance counselor came down. As soon as those women knew that you were pregnant in that school, they came straight down to the classroom and pulled you out. There wasn't no talking. They just pulled you straight out. Fatal health problems, 3%. 4% physical health problems. 4% would interfere with education or career.
So selfishness.
7% not mature enough to raise a child.
Adoption, there's your option. You were mature enough to have sex.
8% don't want to be a single mother.
Well, then maybe you shouldn't be having sex before you're married until you have a significant other who wants to be with you. Let's use our brain there.
19%. 19% is this: done having children. It did. 23% is.
Wait. Did you say done having children?
Yes, done having children.
So if you're done having children, go get your tubes tied.
Oh.
Because that's when you're done having children. I don't want any more, so let's not take a chance of making any more.
And yes, the doctors do actually that after the pregnancy, after the labor. They actually, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
You can't hustle us. We got kids. We know what they say. Melissa looked right at me. My wife looked right at me. Joe, what you want to do? Go get a UID. So whenever you want to just take it right out, you can just take it right out. Huh, you see how I just did that? Look, 23% can't afford a baby. You can't afford a baby. You can't afford a baby, but you can afford an abortion. That's how stupid some y'all are.
Again, if you can't afford a baby, adoption.
That's not on the table, Marvina.
Why? Because it's logical and it makes sense and it doesn't hurt anyone. There are women out there who would love to have a child, but they biologically can't because something is wrong with them that didn't allow it. Maybe it was encephalitis as a child. They can't have children. You could be making someone else happy. You know, one person's trash is another person's treasure. And who knows, that child that you aborted might be the next Steve Jobs. And I say this to bring that up. You know, his mother gave him up for adoption. She could have had an abortion. And if you don't know who Steve Jobs is, then you must be living under a rock. But have you ever heard of Apple?
Ooh, nice one. Ooh. I like to hit him with a better one. Y'all, for a lot of y'all black people, Colin Kaepernick was an adoption child. He did not grow up with his folks. He got adopted by a white family. So a lot of y'all say Black Lives Matter. Just know that. Had that woman want to sniff his life out at the table. Yeah. I just want y'all to think about that. Just think about that. 25% not ready for a child. That's like the same of these right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much all they did was add all these up. Say not ready for a child. That's all of these right here. I mean, I'm just being for real. They just added all that up together. And 6% is other.
Mentally ill.
Yeah, I would go with that. I would understand because honestly, and I want you to be very I want to be very realistic about that. Having sex with a mentally ill person that is incoherent of, their body or knowing or consenting, that's it kind of falls like in a borderline of rape. I just want y'all to know. Well, actually, it just falls into rape. I'm just saying, like, under no, and I mean, y'all could try to come challenge me if y'all want about that, but trust me, there's a woman that I knew at a church. She has the mindset of a fifth grader. Well, it's gone up to a fifth grade level. She has 2 children. You want to know where the father is at? He's incarcerated right now.
Good.
Because she does not comprehend. Mind you, she is a grown woman. She sits at the kids' table at church, coloring and having a good time. She does not know her children are her own children. She thinks that's her brothers and sisters. Her children know that's their mom, but they just call her sister. When she said, when her son tried to get her to understand, no, I'm your son, she had a mental breakdown. Because she thinks that she's a kid. She thinks that she's a baby. This is a woman that is in her late 20s going into her 30s now. She should be in her 30s now, like 32. So I want you to understand, having sex with a mentally incompetent person, that's rape. So if any of you guys trying to finesse it, saying, oh, well, there's nothing wrong with that. She's grown. No, that's rape, bro. That's rape. Any cop or anybody find out about that, they're going to just prosecute you. Hell, if their guardian finds out, they can just call you. Believe that. They tie that child to you, you're going to jail. So that other right there, I would understand that if that's an incompetent person. Victim of rape, that would be incompetent. Fatal health problem. There's very, like I said, very minuscule issues. Very minuscule. Now, one of the big issues that we're going to wrap it up and we're going to go off of is that clergies and people of the faith, this is how I know that I don't even understand where religions are even going anymore. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Well, you got clergies and pastors and all this stuff co-signing this BS. I know that there's a special place in hell for these people. Clergy gather to bless one of the only U.S. clinics one of the only U.S. clinics performing late-term. Why the hell would a clergy bless the one clinic that is for late-term late-term abortions? Why? What sense that make?
None.
Reverend Carl Jackson, right there. Rabbi Charles Fernberg, the rabbi, right there. Reverend Carrie Jackson, right there. And Reverend Barbara Gertch, blessed an abortion clinic. Wow, they must have just reached right across and grabbed a Baptist, a doggone a Jew, a doggone Amy, a Baptist, a Jew, and a doggone a Catholic. And they just said, you know what? Hey, have at it. Yeah, I mean, if we can get, you see, I like it. I love the fact that they know how they like to trick you people. They'll throw a Bible in front of y'all like bait, saying that Jesus approved this. Find in the Bible wherever God co-signed abortion. Please find in the Bible where they co-sign abortion. I challenge you. If you can do that, I will send you $100. If you can find in the Bible where they co-sign abortion. Find me one disciple that co-signed abortion. Find me one time Jesus co-signed abortion. But last time I checked, Jesus said, come little children unto me, for such is the kingdom. So I don't know where they were having an abortion line in heaven.
You know what, Josiah? I think that the majority of people they have common sense. Even if they have no religious values whatsoever, they have common sense, and they know that killing a child that is fully functional on its own, able to breathe, able to eat on its own, breathe outside the womb is wrong. That was evident in the most liberal city other than Portland, Austin, Texas, with the March for Life this past Saturday. There were thousands and thousands and thousands of people. There were 10 minutes of people walking at a fast pace so that you could go through the streets and drive.
Hmm. I'm trying to make sure I can pull up your March for Life.
Some decent people out there, and people do realize that we've got to do better and we've got to respect life. But for those that are confused, that think that it is simply a woman's choice, yeah, you do have a choice. You have a choice not to have sex. You have a choice to be responsible and have sex when you can't get pregnant. You have a choice to get something in your arm or permanently prevent yourself from having children. You have a choice to put your child up for adoption. But murder is not a choice, especially not for a dwindling population. The CDC just put out, I apologize, I should have sent you this article, but it is on my page on Facebook. The CDC just sent out the statistics showing that the birth rate in the United States is going down, and we don't have enough people to repopulate.
I wish you would have definitely included that.
Yeah, that is serious.
Yeah, I wonder why those illegal immigrants are coming in. Somebody got filling those spots, man. Those numbers in America are dwindling down.
And what's coming in is not our future. It's not the higher level people that are going to be needed to maintain our society. It is low level people, and those type of jobs are disappearing due to artificial intelligence. And if you think I don't know what I'm talking about, go to LinkedIn and look at my resume, and you will see I know exactly what I'm talking about. Manual labor is disappearing. Things like working at a restaurant will disappear. Uber will disappear. Those type of jobs for people who don't have the intellect to be doing higher level jobs are going to disappear. And again, the people coming across the border, doctors. So what immigrant population who cannot take care of itself because there are no jobs that they qualify for? Dumbing down our children in our schools because they have to have ESL classes. You really need to think about what you believe and how it affects your children if you choose to have some. And if you are a married couple and you're stable, have a child because we need more people like you. Doesn't matter what color you are better off in a two-parent household. A lot of single mothers are going to get mad at me for saying this, but the best thing you can do for your child is have a husband. No matter what economic background you come in, you can look it up. Just search Ann Coulter. She has all of the facts on it. Doesn't matter what color you are, the best thing you could want for your child is a two-parent household.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a single mom and you're not married, start looking for a man and not in the club. Try a library. Try at work. Try the church. As long as you don't go to one of those churches where these fools he just showed happen to be pastors, the church of lies, because nowhere in the Bible does it say kill your children. I'm pretty sure it's pretty clear in one of the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not kill. There's no caveat to that. There's nothing that says thou shalt not kill if it's okay to kill if it's inconvenient. It's okay to kill if you don't feel like having a baby. It's okay to kill if you're too young or you're too old or you don't have enough money. It just says thou shalt not kill. It is a complete statement.
Uh, and I want you to say, like I said, we're showing you the march that was hosted in um, Houston that Marvina and a few of her people, they helped organize about this. Like she said, they're moving quickly. They're not being disruptive. They're not attacking people. They weren't being belligerent. They weren't in traffic. They're just walking with signs. You see in their children, you see in their men, women, all of different colors and creeds, all in there. They're just walking. Nobody's throwing anything. Nobody's being belligerent. Nobody's standing, jumping on cars. Nobody's throwing eggs. This is not one of those Antifa marches and stuff where they like to bring bicycle locks and hit people. These people are literally just walking on a nice, easy day. They're actually moving pretty quick too. Usually marches, they take their time. They're actually moving pretty quickly, so that way they do not disrupt society. So shout out to these people that did that. I definitely want to give them their light, let them know that they're shining out there. Here at BMT, we greatly do support them. Y'all never gonna get me to support the killing of a child. You can kiss my black ass for that one. I don't care what color, what contents, what background. I'm never gonna support the killing of a child. You never had to pull a gun and shoot a child. I've had to do that. And even then, that still haunts me. Mind you, those kids did not want to be on the battlefield.
I told somebody that I would rather give my money to the Ku Klux Klan than fund an abortion because at least they wait to see what color you are before they kill you. And it's a horrible statement to make, but when you think about it, we're killing ourselves. And we're killing, regardless of what ethnic background you consider yourself, you're American, and our numbers are dwindling. Mm-hmm. If you don't want what children you have to grow up in a world they don't recognize, in a country they don't recognize, you need to stop killing us. Because what's coming in here is not us. It is not Americans. It's not American values. It's not Christian values. It's not black values. It's not anything related to America. It is third world and ignorance. And I'm not saying all poor people are bad, so don't even try to change it into something that's not. What I'm saying is they are not able to function and do the things that we can do because they have not done that. They have not been around that. And when they come here, they're looking for a handout, not to contribute to society. Because if they wanted to contribute to society, they would come here legally. And we are killing ourselves. And this country will be no more. No more Americans, no more values, no more anything related to what we look like and love now. I love my family. I love my black people. I love all black babies. I love all babies, period. And I don't know how anyone can look in the mirror and think it's okay to kill innocents. Y'all got upset when the boy smirked at the Native American man. You got upset with that. Right. But you could care less about the genocide of black people in New York. That's no big deal. It's illegal to give an injection in the state of New York. You can't kill murderers who kill people, who have legally been found guilty of murdering people. They can't get a legal injection. But it's okay to rip a 9-month-old baby head off.
Yep.
Let that sink in.
I would show you. I'm not joking. I would literally show y'all. Again, you can always come you can always go to Marvina Case's page. I posted it there. I don't want to go against YouTube guidelines, but go ahead. I would honestly tell y'all to look up late-term abortion. Look at the process. Now, of course, what they did, the reason why I had a few people say, well, Joe, the video you showed, that wasn't in this country. Correct. It just got passed in this country. It can only be done in one state, in one clinic right now.
Abortion looks the same no matter where it's done. It's still
Yeah,
murder.
it don't
It
get
doesn't
any
matter
better.
if it's done in Texas or Zoom, Uruguay. It's still murder. The baby's still being ripped out piece by piece. Do you know that the baby, even little bitty babies, try to run away from that machine, get as far away from it as they can
In the
to try
belly.
to live just a second longer? It's cruel. There is nothing humane about abortion.
Y'all, like I said, man, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. It's always cool. Excuse me. It's always cool when, like I said, man, just look it up, man. I'm not gonna put it on here. Let me put out the question. We had some interesting comments that came out a while back. So I definitely want to make sure Marvina can dispel these comments. Again, I put out the video of the late term um, abortion. I will show the video. One of the things that came out, anyone even considered that maybe the child might have has some sort of birth defect or affliction that would make this child's quality of life zero, especially in a place where they could not afford the necessary treatment to help them live. It's a thing. You pro-life types are all about saving the child with no real thought as to what happens after the child is born. Um, Let me tell you this right now. There are people that are born in Africa in third world areas that have it way more shittier than a lot of you Americans. And let me tell you something right now. One thing that was very interesting about it, when they were trying to offer Africans abortion and birth control, they said, "Why the hell are you bringing that shit to us?"
Exactly.
How the hell do
They
the
have
Africans
pride.
have the sense to say that?
They have pride. They love themselves. See, that's what people don't understand. When you love yourself, you don't want to see yourself dead. Life is a gift, and they respect themselves. Black Americans specifically have no respect for themselves. They have no value for themselves, which is why they feel that they are expendable. Many of us consider ourselves victims. I can't do well because I'm black. This child will have a hard life because they're black. This child will have a hard life because they have health issues. Well, I am a 7-time cancer survivor, legally blind. I have gigantism, and I am from the former murder capital of the world. I am the most aborted creature on the planet, the black female, and I am successful.
And I love her every damn second of her life. I love her. I love her, and I want to show y'all this. Tell y'all, me and Marvina, we beat the odds every goddamn day we're alive. Y'all see this girl right here? What is she sitting in? She's sitting in a bowl. Her family takes care of her. Her little brother helps her. Her mother helps her. This is in Africa. Girl who lives in a bowl. She is 19 years old. Okay, wash her off. They didn't give up on her. She smiles. She lives her life. I got a question. Um, do any of y'all have the right to say that she's less than significant? Any of y'all? When y'all say that these people have no right to live, there are people in different countries that are born less efficient as you. Now, her family never threw her into a river, never tried to kill her off. Nothing. There have been people who have been mean that have said mean-spirited things about her, not in her village or in other villages. No, nobody bothering her. But I've seen commoners say things about her. They should have killed her. They should have cracked her skull. They should throw her away. I'm like, damn. I said, but yet y'all fight for different rights of alternate lifestyle. Y'all argue about people born in other bodies, but this young girl, she's thankful for every day she's alive.
Any quality of life is better than no quality of life. We all struggle. We all have our own crosses to bear, but there are crosses to bear. It's not for someone else to decide whether or not you get to live or die.
See this guy right here?
All those that say that have already been born. It's my right.
I want to sit there and put him down. Smartest man in the world. When y'all say things like that, I be asking, do y'all know some of these people, mind you, this kid right here, one of the smartest people you'll ever meet. Oh, he's making moves. But yet y'all say these people don't deserve the right to live. I think there's a kid that works for IBM. A lot of these kids are not the norm. Yet somehow they can do mathematical skills and things on a level faster than your computer. But you know the funny thing about it is, you will have a narrative telling you, oh yeah, this kid right here doesn't have any limbs. He can write with his mouth and his feet in different languages. Yeah.
Well, there's a will, there's a way. It's true. Necessity.
Yeah. And actually they've been finding kids in third world countries who are smarter than Steve Hawkins. Oh, yeah. And they come from less impoverished areas. So when y'all come throwing that narrative that depending on where they come from, they can't live, no, bump that.
And honestly, who the hell gave them the right to decide who gets to live or die because you don't like the fact that they don't have arms or legs or where they're from? Seriously, what made you the decision maker on their quality of life and if they deserve a life?
That's where we're at, man. That's where we're at. We just wanted to show y'all guys that, just to let y'all know that, hey, stop counting people out. Because at one time they counted your black ass out. They did. They said you're no more smarter than a monkey.
I'm wondering that. I'm honestly wondering if there's some truth to it. I mean, because there's no other population dwindling in the United States. I mean, actually going downward to the point where it's going to disappear. Maybe overall we're not smarter than monkeys because we're killing ourselves.
And you know what's crazy? I was the one that was literally trying to defend black people. But I'm starting to wonder, damn, do y'all really care for y'all? Do we care for ourselves like that? I care. I care for mines and my people, my children, and those around me. I do. So, you guys, y'all can take it for whatever you want to.
My baby.
All right.
My baby's in the car too.
Okay.
I want to let her say one thing. What do you think about abortion?
It's horrible.
Why?
Because people deserve life.
Do you think because mommy wasn't ready for another child that I should have got rid of you?
No, you should have just put me up for adoption.
And why is that?
Because that's really in the Bible it says to not do that.
To not hurt people, to not kill. That's right.
Mm.
Would you take somebody else's baby instead of them killing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's a little kid and she knows right from wrong. It's not real difficult So there's no reason for you adults to make excuses about why you cannot do something simple. You don't want your child, give it away. There's somebody out there that will take your child.
Yep. Yep. Mine. And we're definitely going to be wrapping it up. I know later on tonight, me and Marvina have the second part where we're going to be talking about the border wall. Hopefully we can grab some people and we'll talk about that. But I know Marvina is going to be leading off with the border wall. Why is it important that we need to take notice of this? And is it a big deal or is it something that we don't need? I would say build that damn wall. But everybody else got a wall. Why can't we? I'm sorry. Every country I've been to, they all have a wall. Everyone. I mean, just
Does your house have 4 walls?
Yes.
Does your house have 4 walls?
Of course, my house got 4 walls. I mean, you can come to my border if you want, but you're gonna get shot. I'm just letting you know.
That's my point.
You can come in Josiah land if you want, but you're going to get shot. I'm just letting you guys know. So play the game if you want. Just being realistic, it's not getting any easier. So you guys, I thank you guys for tuning in, supporting us. Go check out Marvina Case's page. You can also, you already know, you can come and check out Black Male Talk page. If you want to come check out my personal Facebook, that's fine. The video's up there. I think Marvina also posted it in her thing. So that way, if you want to see you can Google a late-term abortion. You'll see the video. And I mean, some of y'all gonna say, well, it's in a different language. Yeah, it is in a different language, but it's also something that you can also look into. And I want to ask you, how many of y'all actually have the heart to snap a child's neck while it's still moving? Yeah, it's still moving. So I want y'all guys to think about that. Y'all go off of that, what y'all feel. This is it for BMT, along with Marvina Case and Brothers Amongst Men. See y'all. Have a good day. Peace.